Hello everyone and welcome back to Every Other Saturday. So in today's video we're going to discuss the upcoming fixture tomorrow against Kilmarnock. Now don't get me wrong guys, I'm filming this very late, you know the score when I'm working. So if you see this in the morning of the video, thanks again for bearing with me. We've got a new addition in the video tonight, so it's taking place of your score predictions, but don't worry, they will be back. I just want to see what you think about this new wee addition. If you like it, if you don't, I'll take it out or leave it. Let me know at the end of the video, you'll see it. I won't spoil it for you, but you'll see it coming up. Let me know exactly what you think, get down in the comment section below and tell me. So hang around to the end of the video and you'll see exactly what I'm meaning. As always guys, if you haven't done so already, please feel free to get down there, drop us a wee subscribe. If you're liking the content as well, drop a wee like on the video and get down in the comment section below and let me know who you are. Also, get down there as well, if you fancy helping out the channel, no obligation, but if you fancy helping out the channel and you shop on Amazon, the wee Amazon affiliate link's down there as well. Just click that before you go shopping on Amazon. Anything you buy, it gives a wee kickback towards the channel and helps the content get a wee bit better for you guys. Before we get started in this week's video guys, I just want to take a moment again to say thank you so much for all your recent support, likes and shares and stuff, and especially all you subscribers out there. We've managed to smash that end of season target of 150 and we're now past that. I think at the time of recording we're sitting at 154, and honestly guys, I couldn't be more grateful, so thanks very much for listening to me rabbit on YouTube. Help me get this week in a hobby off the ground and get a wee bit of following behind it. It's very much appreciated guys, so thanks very much. And just before we get started, I want to say a special thanks to Dylan Sargent and Scott McFarlane, the two of yous over the last couple of weeks and stuff like that. You've been more than helpful for the channel. I won't go into it too much, you guys know what you did, but thanks again, very much appreciated guys. But all the soppy thanks and channel plugging to one side, let's dive straight into today's video.
Every other Saturday's my half day off, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wander down the Copeland.
Now first of all, as always guys, let's take a look at the opponents in Kilmarnock and see what they're going to bring to the table. Now they'll be coming into this game with Tommy Wright, the new manager, in tow, and to be honest he's a wee bit of a dark horse to me. He's a bit of a stalwart of Scottish football. He's been there and done it before. He knows exactly how to play up here. He's got his style and he knows what he wants to implement at the football club. So I think, yes, they played against Motherwell last week and they lost, but it was a kind of narrow loss for them, and I do think that he'll want to step in. Now he's had a wee bit more time to work with the players, that he's going to want to be putting his own stamp in that team, and I think this will be a slightly different game to what we've seen against Motherwell, so it's one to watch. I don't think there's too much there to maybe worry us. I mean, I did say this last week to be fair, but I don't think there's too much to worry us. They're a strong midfield team and they've got a half decent defence. It'll be very difficult to break them down, but when we do, I think we've got the ability to take some goals off them. They are a very strong, hard-working squad, but they have the worst form in the Premier League at the minute, and that kind of shows with their league position. I think they're sitting with their last 6 defeats in the Premier League, and it's not really good enough for a team like Kilmarnock. We're expecting more from them. This is why I think with Tommy Wright coming in, the new impetus in that squad being he's had time to work with it himself, I think this is where he'll be trying to turn up to Ibrox and maybe throw a wee spanner in the works. Now I'm not saying that this will be an easy 100% walkover type of game. As I say, they'll have a bit of strength and depth in the middle of the park, but with the way Tommy Wright plays, it's usually the long ball over the top, heading towards somebody to head the ball down and goal another striker. So they'll be playing this 4-4-2, I would imagine, that they played before. Now Kilmarnock have spent a lot of time coming away from that kind of formation, and it might be difficult for them to settle back into it, but again, Tommy Wright, stalwart of Scottish football, knows exactly how to play and how he wants his teams to play. So we'll need to look out for that, and we'll need to watch for that kind of balls coming over the top. Team news from Kilmarnock, I don't think there'll be much changed from the Motherwell game. They do have the goalkeeper Doyle working his way back into the squad, so there's a possibility that the goalkeeper may change, but I really don't see anything different. But they do have one new man on his way in. Now, we all know him as the man who is 7 foot and he plays that flute. It's Kyle Lafferty. He has recently signed for Kilmarnock and he could be a bit of a secret weapon to them, bit of new blood into the squad. Now, I'm not saying Kyle Lafferty's the answer to any squad. I'm a big fan of the man, I enjoyed him when he's there, and I know what our club means to Kyle Lafferty, but he's got his new start. I'm happy that he's back up in the Premier League and he's not playing in the Championship with Hearts anymore. He's a better player than that. As I say, got a bit of time for the man. He loves that club and I think we all love him, to be fair. But could he be a difference maker for them? We'll need to wait and see. Now that sums up Kilmarnock really, and there's not really much to be talking about other than the new manager and the signing of Kyle Lafferty. I don't see too much being almost a mystery for us to work out. I think we'll be set up correctly to play against Kilmarnock, and I think we're going to know exactly what we're going to be coming up against. So we will be ready. I think we're going to be trained well. And with that nice wee transition, let's now start talking about the famous Glasgow Rangers. Now, guys, we all know we've had a fair few poor performances over the last few weeks, but after watching Steven Gerrard in the presser today, I fully believe that he's got the team ready and he's got the team prepared to turn the corner. Now, these performances need to come back. We're undefeated, we're majorly on course for 55. I am not being the negative man that you probably think I can be at times. We're on the way to 55. We can draw nearly every game to the end of the season and still win the trophy. But these performances need to come back, because Steven Gerrard's not the kind of manager that's putting us out there to play poorly. So I fully believe that this is going to be the game we're coming back to turn the corner, and we're going to have a bit of strength, and we're going to have to play the right way in the middle of the park, because as I said before, Kilmarnock's strength does lie in the middle. So if we play with the right men in the middle of the park, I think we'll get the ability to take 3 points tomorrow, or today, whenever you're watching the video. Now, just to touch on it slightly, I don't want to dig too deep into it because it's a big whole can of worms that I probably could put into its own video, but I'll just again want to touch on the press conference from Steven Gerrard and how well he handled it when it comes to talking about the Kamar Roof controversy, shall we say. Now, as I said in the previous video before, I do believe that it could have been a red card, but it was a yellow card given, and I don't understand why anything should be overturned. Referee gives a yellow card, says to me he's made a decision and he's seen something, made a decision, and that should be it. But I like how he's came out and he said, I want a bit more consistency across the board. He's naming incidences as well across Scottish football, and he's standing up and he's saying that these referees need to be more funded, they need a lot more stuff with them. Could VAR be the answer? But he's standing up there and he's saying that these are the things that we need to be supplying to our referees, making them full time and giving them the support they need so that their continuity is there throughout all Scottish football games. Now, Gerrard's used to a hell of a different situation in England. The referees are a different ball game down there, so he knows what it can be and how it should be up here. So hopefully with these kind of things rolling round, problems like Kamar Roof appearing, this whole goddamn compliancy board or whatever you want to call it disappears, and it's monitored correctly and it's monitored in the right way, and the consistency levels that Gerrard and I think all of us want to see start dripping back into Scottish football, and we don't become this kind of laughing stock when it comes to referees. Because let's face it, when you have a decision, taking the Kamar Roof one, when you have a decision like that and a referee gives a yellow card and it basically looks like, oh well, we're just going to change our mind and we can overrule the referee's decision, where does the referee stop on the park? Is he just there to make sure nobody gets hurt, and then somebody will look at it again in the next couple of days and start changing decisions? It can't happen anymore. I think we've got to the end of the tether. You can see things not being monitored in some ways and other teams getting monitored in bad ways, so we need to get a firm grip on it and get back to reality with it and understand that the referees need a wee bit more help. I love the way Gerrard handles press conferences. He's one of those guys that speaks his mind and he stands up for what he believes in, because let's face it, he's not the kind of manager that stands in bushes and starts talking about like caravans and all that garbage. He is a very good manager when it comes to the press, and I have to admit, the way he stands up for us, the club and the league, to be fair, it's a testament, it really is. But back to the game now, guys. We will be up against a team with a wee injection of belief, but as I said, playing with the right men in the middle of the park, a wee bit more consistency with the ball on the ground, and a wee bit more belief in myself. That desire will come back and we'll be able to take that game with a scruff of the neck and get some goals that we so desperately need. Now, let's face it, the first half of that season we were firing goals in for fun. It's not been like that since the turn of the year, so we need to get back on track there. But as I mentioned, guys, there's this new part to the video that I want to get for you guys, so hopefully you enjoy it. And today we're going to be doing my team predictions. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get a wee graphic up on the screen. I'm kind of proud of it myself, made this with myself. So I'll get my graphic up on the screen, we'll talk through my team selections and we'll talk about my score predictions. As I say, as this progresses, if you guys like it, I'll start incorporating you guys into it as well, and we'll take it from there. So for my team selection, guys, we're going to go for a classic Alan McGregor in nets. We're going to go for the back four of Tav, Goldson, Helander and Barisic. The middle of the park, which as I said has to be really important, we're going to go with Jack, Kamara and Davis. And the front three, I want to see Kent, I want to see Itten and Joe Aribo. So on the bench, I think we could see Scott Arfield make an appearance on the bench. says he's training with us, so we need to see what it's like, and hopefully we get to see Wright get some more minutes on the park and show what he can do. Possibly a wee substitute from Defoe as well if he's nice and clear. Score predictions for me, guys, I have to go for a 3-0 today. I think we're going to have enough class on the park, and I think this change in direction from us is going to be happening. So I think we're going to manage to get the 3-0 win, and I'm going to go with Kent, Itten and Defoe. I think he's going to come on and get a wee goal. I think that's what we're going to go with. It's a bit left field, but I'm going for it. So 3-0 Rangers, Kent, Itten and Defoe goal scorers. So in a quick roundup, guys, I think Killie are going to come to Ibrox tomorrow and they're going to try their best. I think they're going to be strong in the middle of the park, but as I say, if we play with the correct midfield, we should have enough to take them. I think that we're going to have enough belief in us this time. I think the corner's turned, and I'm sure that these winning ways will come back to us and we'll start taking ever more steps towards that number 55. I hope you liked the new part of the video, guys. Don't worry if you didn't. Get down in the comment section below and let me know if you want to incorporate that in every video from now on. All the predictions videos, we'll try and get that in there. And as always, if you haven't done so already, drop a wee like in the video if you're enjoying the content. A wee subscribe helps the channel get out, and share it all on the socials. And as I say, no obligation, but if you want to help the channel out, get down there, hit that wee Amazon link before you start buying on Amazon. Helps us out and get some more decent content towards yourself as well, so it'd be very much appreciated. Once again, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for all you guys that have liked, watched and shared and subscribed to the channel. It's kept us growing over the last couple of days, and to be honest, the growth in the last week or so has been fantastic. I'm so pleased. As I say, the more you guys watch and get involved makes me want to keep making content. This was supposed to just be a wee laugh for myself, and it seems to just be taking off, and I'm enjoying it. So once again, guys, thank you so much. Smashing that 150 target was brilliant, but now let's get to 200 before the end of the season. I know we can do it. So as always, guys, I've been every other Saturday, and I will see you on the next one.